would you like? Show me your... I hope you find what you're looking for next. What is it you need? Strange. Phew! It's just you.
Huh? He shouldn't be bothering us here.
Excuse me. Stay.
Good day.
Are you looking for something? What's this dog doing here?
Go sniff
Call back
somewhere
that
else.
dog.
You better call back. Leave it. Shoot. Somebody ought to
Was
grab
ist
a
euer
gas.
Problem mit dem Hund?
God bless.
Mutt!
God be with you.
You better call back that dog.
Leave it! Shoo!
Sit. Stay.
It seems you're reasonable after all.
I hope the ponds don't overflow.
Get
Ah, da
out
ist
of
er.
here, mutt. No one wants to hear your barking. That's what I thought.
I wanted to apologize for ruining your wedding.
You mean that fight? That's not worth mentioning. It wasn't your fault.
Ja, aber
anyway.
jeder gibt mir die Schuld.
Is everything all right, Agnes? You seem a little sad.
Don't worry. I'm just tired after the wedding. God be with you, and have a pleasant evening.
Good evening. What do you... God be with you, good sir.
And what do you want? I hope your blood has cooled a little since that brawl.
Lord Semin, I'd like to apologize for ruining the wedding. I'm really sorry.
You showed your true colors, Henry. You really let me down. At least you're man enough to come and apologize. Don't apologize just to me, though. Never mind that the wedding cost me a fortune, to hell with that. But you should apologize to my son and his bride. May God be with you, Henry.
What are you doing here?
Boah, Leute.
Hey, you're not allowed in. Well, what's it gonna be? Piss off. Hey, you're not allowed in. Hurry up, get out.
Wo ist denn der Ehemann?
Jesus Christ, we pray. God bless. You've no business here.
What? Back again? Go away.
God grant you health.
Greetings to you too.
Ich finde das aber echt unfair, dass mir die ganze Schuld zugeschoben wird. Obwohl ich dafür am wenigsten kann. Jetzt müssen wir ja echt einmal um die ganze Mauer rumlaufen. Um zu gucken, wo die Scheißhäuser sind. Ob da ein Buch runtergefallen ist. Ist das auch mal was?
Starting to stink.
You must be Nick Vard, eh?
Death. My respects.
Poor wretch.
Where's that damn gravedigger?
How many more times am I gonna have to poke around in corpses and shit for that damn
Aber wie
crazy-
ist er jetzt gestorben?
Ugh. It's starting to stink.
Ist er jetzt irgendwie durch diesen Trank, durch die Krankheit gestorben, die er da bekommen hat? Weil er dann keine Kraft mehr hatte, so auf die Art und Weise, oder?
That people like people.
His mother said he'd been complaining he couldn't feel his left arm. And seeing things.
And he was dead in the morning.
You think it's hard?
Wood and come over. I'll be happy to help you.
You think you could manage some kind of ornament? I always fancied those
So.
I came to tell you I managed to find Nick Vard.
Where did that madman wander off to this time?
He's dead. I found him lying below the privy outside Trotsky Castle. Poisoned, exhausted, or both. Hard to say.
My God! Nick, you fool! Did you report it to the Chamberlain?
Not yet.
Once I get over it, I'll go to him. But if you were faster, I'd be great. What about that book?
About that book?
You know what? I couldn't care less about that blasted book. That cursed tome. I'll actually be glad if I never get my hands on it. Forgive me.
Okay.
Greetings.
Does the name Nick Vard Libak ring a bell?
Yes, but I haven't seen him for a long time. What about him?
Nick Vard is lying dead outside Trusky Castle walls, where the guardhouse privies are. He apparently overestimated his strength while, on his little excursion.
Are you serious? My God. I'll send someone there immediately.
Ist keine Belohnung?
I came to tell you I found Nick Vard. Well, he's dead. He overestimated his strength on his little excursion.
I won't lie. I'm so relieved. Thanks for stopping by.
Auch interessant. Das würde mich mal interessieren. Ich glaube, wir gehen jetzt nochmal zu den Nomaden. Oder habe ich noch ein Buch zu lernen? Nee. Zu den Nomaden und gucken, ob der Evelyn ist. Und dann quatschen wir mit der nochmal. Wenn das geht. Zählt immer noch jetzt gestohlen, okay.
I'm always glad to see.
At your service, sir.
Wobei, wurde nicht gesagt, dass die hier immer bei den Fernen rumlungert?
Sure, I tell you and you dob me in.
Are you crazy? Why would I dob you in?
Look, just drop it, will you? Gossiping about it won't do anyone any good.
You think I'll blurt it out to the first person I meet?
No, I just want to be sure nobody finds out. You never know.
Careful.
Das ist. Können ich miteinander reden? Okay. Ah, ist das so.
I was glad to be of help to you, good sir. What's that? You're in for a nasty...
Idiot. Wo lungert der denn rum?
Greetings, my friend.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit, I haven't had an apprentice this handy in a long time. Zinnik has nothing on you.
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
You'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous thing. This really is something. But why is it all covered in shit, for fuck's sake?
Let's just say the scribe didn't have it. It actually wasn't even in the castle. Under it, really.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Boil wine and alum. Grind. Ah, of course, it makes sense. I'll study the rest on the way. Well, the last chapter of our story of knowledge awaits us. The grand finale.
So what now? Do you have another job for me?
Charcoal. Sulfur from Hermes Trismegistos. Saltpeter from the carcass pit. As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes in his calculations, we have everything.
What Bertolt? Oh, God damn it, Kraser. What's going on here? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick. I won't be led around by the nose. Will you finally tell me what's going on?
Believe it or not, all this secrecy had its reasons. But now I don't have to hide anything from you. It's time. We'll meet with the others in the lair, and there you'll learn the whole truth. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things ready here.
All right, then. I hope you keep your word this time.
War die Grube nicht hier? Wow.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Oh, Fundgrube? Das ist so ein Krimskramsladen bei uns? Okay. Ja, macht eigentlich Sinn, ne? So immer so Krimskrams als Fundgrube. Ja, mal gucken, was der Müller jetzt vorhat. Was diese Geheimniskrämerei soll.
What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course, awaits us.
Krazel, please. For once, just once, tell me what's actually going on.
And rob myself of enjoying your blissful ignorance? Not a chance. Tell me yourself, what do you think is going to happen?
Like always. You'll send me off somewhere to look for something, and you'll have a fancy speech to go with it.
He knows you now as well as we do, Miller.
I do tend to do that, true enough. But no, today things will be different. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll finally see if she understood my teachings. Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the whole gang for all the work you've done. We could never have finished the job without you. We found 2 new partners, you and Monarch here. It's good to have someone to rely on. So, it's time we started being honest with you, so you can finally learn the whole truth.
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit longer. That's the fun part.
One more word, Zinek, and you'll get one on the nose.
Calm down, friend. I'm just kidding. Tell him then, Bonnie.
This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and clues for us. But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something different than it actually was.
The miller here calls it tackets.
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to plan. So today we're finally close to our great success. With the help of Hermes Trismegistos and his successors, we'll finally complete the dream of all alchemists. Our magnum opus.
Exactly, Bonnie.
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy. You're trying to make the Philosopher's Stone.
I see you've learned something after all. But no, the Philosopher's Stone isn't our goal.
Let's see then, Henry. What is it you think we're making here?
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from the truth after all, don't you think? Actually, he's pretty spot on. Although weapons were our last order of business. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around Lower Samine and investigating everything living and dead. And I had a lot of questions about everything. Then my mother, God rest her soul, decided it'd be best for me to go to study in Prague. As soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense, I packed my bags and left.
So you went to a university in Prague? The son of a miller?
Why not? My father worked his arse off, and he had the coin for it, miller or not. I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, and my thirst for knowledge kept growing. But in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritical nonsense for me to realize I wouldn't learn anything proper there. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools. They have their own truth, and those who want to know more or ask the wrong questions fall into disfavor, as was my case.
So they kicked you out?
I didn't give them the pleasure. I left myself. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. And, of course, it's not taught at any university.
You mean thievery?
Oh, come on. The art of combination and dissolution. The key to understanding the very nature of the world. There's only one queen of science. Alchemy. I returned to the mill in Lower Samine and started a new life.
What did your parents say when you returned from your studies?
My mother had already passed away. All my father said was, "I knew you'd be back." And he sent me to haul sacks of flour. I think in the end he was glad to have someone to take over the mill from him. From then on, alchemy became my true passion. I brought a few important books from Prague. I started with the most difficult thing. I tried to create gold.
That was pretty daring of you.
As you might expect, it didn't work. But after a few tries, I managed to create something entirely different. Once I tried mixing sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter. I had a candle burning next to me. A gust of wind scattered the mixture, and all of a sudden, bang! I almost shit myself, I tell you. But then I realized I'd unwittingly created a miracle. Explosive black powder.
So I was right. You're making weapons.
No, it's about much more than that. We're all in on it now.
I couldn't continue my experiments on my own, but Bonnie and Zinnig did a few little jobs for me.
So he initiated us.
But we just still didn't know how to do it right and not blow ourselves up in the process.
And we used up a huge amount of saltpeter and sulfur.
By the way, the manuscript from that Hermes Trismegistos was our shopping list and price list for material from Kuttenberg.
Only we didn't know correct proportions. I looked up a few of my former fellow students and brought it up with them. And we found out that before us, some monk had already made the discovery.
Some fella called Black Bertold. And that he even started writing a book called
Feuerwerkbuch.
We couldn't believe our luck when we found out there's a copy of it right here at Trotsky.
And you know the rest.
It's a discovery that will change history. In the right hands, it can make miracles happen. All it takes is a spark.
Wenn man sich eigentlich vorstellt, dass die Chinesen davon eigentlich dann schon zu diesem Zeitpunkt, also ein Spiel schon seit 1400 Jahren oder so von Schwarzpulver wissen, von Feuerwerk und etc., von Flammenwerfern.
A storm of fire will sweep away the old world order. It will wipe out stupidity and ignorance, once and for all.
And what will happen now?
As I said, we're about to have our last supper on our journey to satisfy our hunger for knowledge. A feast of smoke and fire. Black Bertold never finished his book, because he never had enough ingredients for his last great experiment. But now, thanks to you, we do. We can finally finish Bertold's work and finish his book. We'll see with our own eyes what a barrel of black powder can do. I hope you're as excited as I am.
Before we get started, this book, Feuerwerkbuch, what's written in it?
Ja, das stimmt, da waren die sehr früh, auch was die medizinischen Einsätze angeht. Ja.
Powder, how to mix it in the proper ratio, how to store it, how to light it properly, and especially how to use it in warfare, because that's the most important part after all.
Es ist ja auch selbst in Japan zu diesem Zeitraum, ne, da haben die Portugiesen und die Spanier, als sie ja dann in Asien zu diesem Zeitraum ja dann da eingedrungen sind und sozusagen die Welt dort erkundet haben und sich das dann aufgeteilt haben. Ich glaube, was war das? Alles bis Thailand oder Höhe Thailand war dann, glaube ich, Spanisch, und alles, was hinter Thailand war, also so dann, ne, Richtung Japan, Korea etc., sollte in Portugal angehören oder andersrum. Die haben ja dann schon die Sachen damit dann eingeliefert, ne? Und die haben ja dann da auch schon angefangen mit Büchsen und sowas rumzuschießen.